Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The GPS demands 2 points, the point of origin and the destination. Then only the map can be planned. It can be specifically described. Then, which is the point of origin? Point of origin is this world. First. Then who is traveling? I am traveling. Who is this I? The I is husband, mother, father, brother, sister. So, the seeker is not yet born. A seeker is the one who is nobody. If a husband will start meditation, he will be disturbed by the wife, both ways, by the presence and by the absence. Therefore, when we are clear about this, that when we are engaged in our spiritual practice, we have to first take this step. At this moment, we are nobody. Normally, mother, father, brother, sister, then we are samsari. A seeker is born when nobody position is taken. So 2 things now. Where are we? We are buried in body identification. Then who are we? We are somebody. So, we start with this clarity that meditation means freedom from body identification. That is the goal. And who can achieve this? This can be achieved by nobody. So, with this clarity, we take the next step. How this body identification happens? What is the process? So we are told, like you take a banana, see, and if we analyze that banana fruit, the skin of the banana is outside, inside is the fruit that we eat, and between these two, there are threads which we don't eat, we throw them out. So, if the fruit is not ripe enough, meaning the skin of banana and the fruit, they are so tightly attached to each other, and if you forcibly try to remove them, it will not succeed. If this example is clear, then what should we do? Let the fruit mature enough, ripen. And when it is ripened, it is very easy to peel it out. Now apply the same thing. In the skin of mind is the fruit of body, and in between, where the threads are there is the prana. So 3 things. Our present understanding is, I am inside the body. 100% wrong. See? No, but everybody has the same experience. Truth is never determined by majority. Majority is always of fools. And in democracy, majority of fools, therefore, the fools rule the wise. Because everybody is seeing the sky blue, Does it mean it is blue? Therefore, the body is in the bag of prana. When the pranas go out, the body falls dead. Body is limited. Prana extends beyond body. Individual air inside and the total air outside. Unless there is a continuous communication, connection, life is not possible. See? So, in the container of the prana is the contents of body. See? Next step. In the container of the mind is the contents of the prana and the body. Because the body is limited, then prana is more expanded beyond the body limits. The mind goes beyond even the air, where the air capsule around the earth is terminating, ends. Mind goes beyond that. So mind is the container, prana and the body are the contents. Now third thing. If this identification of the mind with the body through prana has to be reduced, what has to be done? It is here the process of pranayam is indicated in the Yoga Shastra. Pranayam is done for loosening the tight grip of the mind on the body identification. Therefore, pranayam is done for this purpose. But normally, for us, yoga means health, long life. Healthy long life is a curse. What will you do living many, many years? Okay? There is nothing great about it. What is the problem? I told you, you don't listen to me. When the wife sits for meditation, husband is a problem. A seeker is sitting, then there is no problem. These are the facts every moment to moment. We have to remain aware. So, the same thing happens. Suppose you are the in charge of a temple, manager, secretary, something like that. Do you think you will be having devotion for the Lord? Forget about it. Come everybody in line. Don't make a rush. There is big rush. Go fast, quickly. And in that hurry, Ganeshji, give proper Ashirwad to everybody. Don't give to this fellow is bad. They won't hesitate even to instruct Lord Ganesha. Because they are managers. They are not devotees. A devotee's attention is to the Lord. Similarly, a seeker's attention is to the reality, not to the husband or wife. See, friends, enough of that burden we are carrying, enough. See? So, we have to loosen the grip of the mind on the body. Now, what is to be done? It is for this purpose pranayam is done. Normally, we breathe 15 times per minute. So if you calculate in a day 24 hours, we breathe 216 times. And this breathing is naturally going on. We don't do breathing. Breathing is happening. But this breathing is not done deep way, and therefore all the food that we take in, it is not taken care of properly. Whatever we eat, it has got three destinations. A part of the food after proper digestion goes in building the body tissues. Part of the food after digestion goes in providing energy to the body, to the sense organs, organs of action and the mind. And that unwanted, thrown away part of the digested food goes out of the body as matter, and matter has three forms: solids, liquids and gaseous. The solids go through the fecal material, the liquids are thrown out of the body through urination and perspiration, but the toxicants in the form of the gases, they keep on getting accumulated in the bloodstream. Gases doesn't mean the one which we omit, or rather emit. That is not the gases. The toxins which are accumulated in the blood. Now you see, we break our joints. Nothing breaks. Then what is this cut? So it is here between the two bones where there is little space. There this saturated blood throws away those toxins which are in the form of gas, gaseous form. And therefore, in the old age, if one has not taken care of this, pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. Because those toxins eat the heads of the bone, they destroy the cartilaginous disc if it is there, and those toxins dehydrate the synovial fluid. As a result, the joints become very hard, firm, painful. So what has to be done? We have to remove these toxins from the body. Now the second part of these toxins in the body is, they act as stimulants. We don't want to think, but we can't stop it. Who is troubling us? Think. I don't want to think. देखता हूँ कैसे नहीं think करता. Who is compelling us to think? These toxins in our bloodstream. And then we become very uneasy, uncomfortable. Like, if somebody has got constipation, constipation is reflected on the face. Similarly, if somebody is having very high BP, BP means bladder pressure, he is sitting in a crowd and there is a limit one can hold. After that, suddenly one gets up and kicking everybody goes out. Because that pressure. Exactly the same way, these toxins in the bloodstream, they are responsible for acting as stimulants for the mind. And therefore they are to be removed. And to remove them, we have to practice deep breathing. Normally we breathe at a very superficial level. Therefore those toxins keep on accumulating in the system. So like it is necessary for us to go to the toilet twice a day minimum, to urination, exactly the same way pranayama is like going to a toilet. So do that. And the process is, when we do deep breathing, what happens? The lungs, both the cardiac and apical, both the lobes for our easy understanding, the stomach and the chest. Both the parts of the lungs, they are filled with the air. And then slowly we breathe out, squeezing the diaphragm inside upward so that the lungs are squeezed. Everything is thrown out. And when this is done for a number of times, slowly all those toxins from the body in the gaseous form are thrown out of the system. As a result of this, the mind starts remaining relatively quieter. When breathing stops, mind stops. That is why the yoga teachers, they teach us about the kumbhaka. Now do this simple experiment. Breathe in and hold the air for half an hour. See? Mind stops. Don't worry, you can't hold for half an hour. This is the technique in nature used for hibernation. Samadhi is nothing but hibernation. The frogs, where from they come suddenly when the rains come? Where they were? See? They were in Samadhi, hibernation. So, when we clean our system of these toxins, slowly the mind starts remaining quieter, and then this quiet mind should not be allowed to go to sleep. Because we know two extremes. One extreme is the mind is multi-pointed, thinks about the whole world. From this topic to that topic, this person to that person, this place to that place, this time to that time, constantly. Or the other extreme, the mind is zero-pointed. In no time, therefore many people you must have seen, when they sit for meditation or even in the lecture, in no time they are knocked out. And that meditation is called as jhatka meditation. Because they are sleeping. Now we have to attain, go away from both the extremes and let the mind be single-pointed. Therefore, chitta vritti nirodha, suspension of thought process, is not appreciated on the path of knowledge. In case of yoga, they give too much importance to this. Because whole Yoga Shastra is based only on Prakriti. They don't talk about Paramatma. Therefore, all attention is on the body, on the health, on the mind, quietness. What will you do with a healthy and good body? This principle I was blessed by God. I have been moving to so many places. Once we went to Norway with my friend, and we had a very nice, beautiful, isolated bungalow for us to stay for as many days as we want. And we had all our kitchen ready with us. All the stuff, rice, food and everything. And it was such a unique, beautiful place. Right in front of our bungalow, nothing around. A beautiful, wide, long lake. Then behind that, a small hillock, beyond that a bigger hillock, like a wall. So first clean, sweet water, then little bit of vegetation, then little bit above you go, no vegetation, go little above all the snow and go above the sky, like a picture post. So beautiful. So when we went, Kumbh has happened. First day, first time. Second day, it's too cold here, it's too something. Third day, खाने को क्या बन रहा है? पकोड़े, बेसन नहीं लाए क्या? Fourth day, how many days we have to stay here more? Conclusion. Human mind cannot remain attracted toward the same thing for a longer period of time. See? If we learn from our experiences of life, with every additional experience, we will grow wise. Steadiness of wisdom is important, not steadiness of posture. See, the word used by Arjun was Stita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava stitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. He said, what is the meaning of meditation for a man of steady wisdom? Before this topic comes in second chapter, Bhagavan uses this word, the steadiness of wisdom, not once, twice, but 8 times. Buddhau sharanaman giccha kripana phalahetava yada te moha kalilam buddhir vyati tarishyati tada gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. Shruti vipratipanate yada sthasyati nischala samadha vachala buddhi tada buddhi buddhi buddhi. So many times Bhagavan has used. So our understanding, wisdom should be steady. And therefore Arjuna asked this question. Then what is the meaning of meditation for a man of steady wisdom? Is he only sitting like a rock? See, there Bhagavan tells, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan. When one lives at 0 desire levels, then he is living in meditation. See? Desires and mind, etc., it is in Prakriti. We have nothing to do with it. See? Therefore, when we do this pranayam, the idea is, by this pranayam, all the toxicants are removed from the body to a great extent. Then the grip of the mind on the body is loosened. Then such a mind is now further available for contemplation and inquiry. And then we distinctly come to realize that the body is because of me, I am not because of the body. See? And once this clicks, Bhagavan says in second chapter, Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya. Yukta means what? The one who has got yukti. Bhakta means what? Who has got bhakti. So what is the yukti? What is the knack? Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya. The one who is not available to wisdom, he will never know the knack. Friends, meditation or spiritual evolution is just a knack. Like swimming is a knack. Balancing on the bicycle is a knack. And therefore, once we know how to ride a bicycle, we never forget it. The reason is, it is not learnt by the mind. Whatever we have learned by the mind, we forget. Similarly, when we learn swimming, swimming is not learnt by a mind. It's just a knack. Exactly the same way. We function through the body, and no more function as the body is a knack. This knack we have to understand. And it will happen. See? If you are asked, exactly what happened when you learned how to swim, you cannot explain. See? One of my friends, he took his small daughter for swimming, and he and his daughter and wife, three of them. I was with them. And Swamiji, do you know swimming? I said, I know swimming, but I am not interested. I swim only in the rivers or the ocean, not in this, what you call, beautiful word, swimming pool. Useless, I don't like it. So, that child was able to learn in one go. Wife was very good in swimming, and this man, he was trying, finally, that baby said, Dad, you are dumb, can't you swim? So simple it is. I said, a small child, hardly maybe about 5-6 years, but swimming like fish to the water. And this man, he just could not. Now what can you do? It's a knack. Exactly the same way. We have to learn to function through the body and no more work as the body. So how do we do that? Living with this understanding 24/7 is meditation. But normally for meditation means we sit like a dumb for some time. Maja aa gaya. Is it a bhoga or what? See? Therefore, let us try to get this knack. So, I'll just explain you theoretically. Don't do it. Afterwards, when we start, then you do it. You all know the pranayam business. Anulom Vilom, and I get always confused. Which hole I have pulled in and which hole I have to pull out, and I get frustrated, I stop it. So there are simpler ways. Breathe in fully. First fill in the stomach and then fill in the chest. And don't do kumbhak. Then breathe out from the chest by collapsing the chest, and breathe out from the stomach by squeezing the diaphragm inside upward. Very slow, no hurry. Normally we breathe 15 times a minute. Our frequency can be reduced to 3 times, 2 times per minute. Slow and deep. And the frequency of breathing is inversely proportionate to the longevity of life. Once in Kenya, in some animal zoo or something like that, I was standing near the rock like this, keeping my elbow on the rock, and that person was explaining me. And he said, Swamiji, do you know where are you standing? I said, in Kenya. No, exactly, where is your hand? I said, on the rock. He said, look below. And it was a tortoise. Up to shoulder level was the tortoise, huge. I said, my God, what is this? How many years old it is? He said, it is 600 years old. Tortoise breathe once in 4 minutes. Mahapranayam. See? And these rats and cats and dogs, they breathe so much. What is the longevity? Hardly 10 years, 20 years. See? That is the reason how these yogis are able to live long. And they also learn the art of Kaya Kalpa. That Changdev Maharaj, I told you, he was the expert in Kaya Kalpa. But the question comes, ultimately, for what you are living? See? So, when we are trying to practice this, slowly you will come to experience what is exactly meaning of getting out of body identification. And that is all. This is the one thing we have to practice again and again and again. You practice being disciplined, you will become disciplined. You practice being messy, you will become messy. You practice being happy, you will remain happy. You practice being miserable, you will become miserable. Everything is a result of only practice. We have done this practice that I am this body. Nothing else. So this practice we have to undo. And that undoing process is called as meditation. Therefore, meditation is not changing the notions, a replacement of the ideas, but going beyond the notions and come to realize the truth that we are. And once this is known, then we start functioning through the body and we no more function as the body. So as you are sitting, yesterday I told you about sitting. Sit in such a way that the weight of your body lands on the sitting bones. And for that, if you want, you can open up your folded legs or close, whichever is convenient, but see that the weight of your body lands on the sitting bones. But Swamiji, you are not sitting like this. No, I don't need. It takes no time for me to get out of body identification. See. Then, keep your hands, interlock fingers, lower three, index to index, thumb to thumb in your lap. Then psychological adjustments. First, we are cheerful and happy, and we are here by our own choice. Nobody has compelled us to come here. We are not obliging the host or me or anyone. Second thing, we are not alone. Our beloved Lord and the Guru Maharaj protect us and guide us from within. Third, we are nobody. Nobody means zero past. Because somebody is the mule carrying the burden of the past. Then fourth, we don't plan what we will do after the meditation. Now we are in the utter present. Now if you observe your body, it has become firm at the base, vertically steady, and the breathing is relatively slow. Now we begin. First, breathe out by squeezing the stomach inside upward fully, slowly. Then slowly breathe in the stomach part and then the chest, and without holding the air inside, then slowly breathe out from the chest and then again squeeze and pull the stomach inside to breathe out from the lower parts of the lungs. And start it with a cheerful mood. Please continue and also listen. the time required for breathing in and out must be approximately equal, but with just a rhythm. Don't go on counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. Don't do that. That creates mind. Mind is created the moment sequence is established. Do not concentrate on anything. Simply remain aware that deep breathing is going on. Now breathe normally. Now you will discover that your asana has become firm, steady, and the weight of the body has increased on the sitting bones. The body is firm, steady, and relaxed. We are aware of the body and the breathing. breathing is slow and shallow. This is the master key. Slow and shallow breathing. The shape, size, contour line of the body has become non-distinct. The concept of in and out is meaningless. Like from space's point of view, there is nothing like inside the house and outside the house. But from the house's point of view, something is inside the house, the rest is outside the house. Similarly, from the absolute standpoint, there is nothing inside-outside difference. The mind is relatively quiet. However, the old habit of thinking generates thoughts which are very weak. So here we do not concentrate on anything but simply remain aware that breathing is happening. Breathing is Kriya Shakti, and knowing the breathing is Jnana Shakti. When breathing becomes extremely slow and shallow, the Jnana and the Kriya, the knowledge and the action, they merge. This merging of Jnana and Kriya Shakti is Chaitanya. When thus the mind and the movement of the mind in the form of thoughts dissolves, in pure consciousness, what Patanjali says, Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. This effortlessness reaches us the Ananta, the infinite conscious, blissful existence. It is not a gain. It is a discovery. All the objects and objectivity disappears. Do not fight with the mind. Remain indifferent to any thought. And you will learn every thought is born to somebody, and the contents of the thoughts are whichever we have given importance to. Hence, the value of remaining as nobody and devalue everything and being. All our faculties are alive. Sounds are heard, temperature is felt, thoughts are known, It is not Jada Samadhi. Nor it is sleep. Then what is the difference? Sounds are heard, but the hearer is not born, and therefore there is nobody to get disturbed. Like Bhagavan says, Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha. When the miseries are there, a miserable entity is not born. That is living in meditation. Sukheshu vigata spruha. When comforts are there, one is not enslaved by the comforts. Living with this freedom is living in meditation. Presence and absence of thoughts has nothing to do with our being. Therefore, if Chittavritti Nirodha is not happening, Never mind. On the contrary, it is a good experiment that we don't get disturbed. And we don't get carried away by the thought flow. Remain indifferent. This experience is not like the water becoming solidified into ice, but it is like a flame kept in a corner. In the absence of the winds, it is steady, although it has a potentiality to flicker in the same manner. Let all the experiences, waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi, come and go. We remain untouched by any one of them. Living in this mode is living in meditation 24/7. Take deep breath slowly 3-4 times. As you do this, see the body shape, size, limbs, everything are now included in the mind, and our mind has taken the shape of the body. So the one undivided mind has now become with reference to this body. Move your toes and fingers slowly. Don't do the things violently. Now the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside has become real. Body identification is complete. Now the second generation is born. I am mother, father, brother, sister. I had to do this, I had to do that. and samsara begins. Offer everything at the feet of the Lord and empty yourself. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.